Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A successful ending of a struggle or contest. A narrow victory. Dwell on with satisfaction. Be ecstatic with joy. Prove superior. A successful ending of a struggle or contest. The agreement was a triumph for common sense. To express great joy. The exultation of victory. Event whose occurrence ends something. His death marked the ending of an era. The end of a word, a suffix or inflectional ending or final morpheme. I don't like words that have ism as an ending. The act of ending something. The last section of a communication. The point in time at which something ends. The ending of warranty period. Event whose occurrence ends something. The proposition arrived at by logical reasoning, such as the proposition that must follow from the major and minor premises of a syllogism. The act of making up your mind about something. He drew his conclusions quickly. A position or opinion or judgment reached after consideration. His conclusion took the evidence into account. The act of ending something. The last section of a communication. In conclusion, I want to say. The temporal end, the concluding time. A final settlement. The conclusion of a business deal. An intuitive assumption. Jump to a conclusion. A person with a record of successes. If you want to be a success, you have to dress like a success. An attainment that is successful. His success in the marathon was unexpected. An event that accomplishes its intended purpose. Let's call heads a success and tails a failure. A state of prosperity or fame. He is enjoying great success. A decorative texture or appearance of a surface, or the substance that gives it that appearance. The boat had a metallic finish. Event whose occurrence ends something. When these final episodes are broadcast, it will be the finish of the show. Finish eating all the food on one's plate or on the table. Finally, be or do something. The temporal end, the concluding time. The market was up at the finish. A highly developed state of perfection, having a flawless or impeccable quality. Almost an inspiration which gives to all work that finish, which is almost art. Have an end, in a temporal, spatial, or quantitative sense, either spatial or metaphorical. The act of finishing. His best finish in a major tournament was third. Come or bring to a finish or an end. He finished the dishes. The place designated as the end, as of a race or journey. A crowd assembled at the finish. Cause to finish a relationship with somebody. That finished me with Mary. Designated event that concludes a contest, especially a race. Excitement grew as the finish neared. Provide with a finish. The carpenter finished the table beautifully. The downfall of someone, as of persons on one side of a conflict. Booze will be the finish of him. Wine tasting. The taste of a wine on the back of the tongue, as it is swallowed. The wine has a nutty flavor and a pleasant finish. A slide of a large mass of dirt and rock down a mountain or cliff. An overwhelming electoral victory. Roosevelt defeated Hoover in a landslide. Ultimate success achieved after a near failure, inspired by the saying, "He laughs best who laughs last." We had the last laugh after the votes were counted. An easy victory. A person who is laughing or who laughs easily. A holder attached to the gunwale of a boat that holds the oar in place and acts as a fulcrum for rowing. Small markers inserted into a surface to mark scores or define locations, etc. To hold fast or prevent from moving. The child was pinned under the fallen tree. When a wrestler's shoulders are forced to the mat. Cylindrical tumblers consisting of two parts that are held in place by springs. When they are aligned with a key, the bolt can be thrown. Axis consisting of a short shaft that supports something that turns. A number you choose and use to gain access to various accounts. Flagpole used to mark the position of the hole on a golf green. Informal terms for the leg. A club-shaped wooden object used in bowling, set up in triangular groups of 10 as the target. A piece of jewelry that is pinned onto the wearer's garment. A small, slender, often pointed, piece of wood or metal used to support or fasten or attach things. Attach or fasten with pins. Pin the needle to the shirt. Chess. Immobilize a piece. Pierce with a pin. Pin down the butterfly. A victory that is won by incurring terrible losses. Gay or light-hearted recreational activity for diversion or amusement. A girl who behaves in a boyish manner. Play boisterously. The toddlers romped in the playroom. An easy victory. Run easily and fairly fast. Win easily. Romp a race. Someone who flees from an uncongenial situation. An easy victory. Completely out of control. Runaway inflation. A tennis game won on the opponent's service. An easy victory. An aggressive remark directed at a person like a missile and intended to have a telling effect. Throw violently. He slammed the book on the table. Close violently. He slammed the door shut. Winning all or all but one of the tricks in bridge. Dance the slam dance. Strike violently. Slam the ball. A forceful impact that makes a loud noise. The noise made by the forceful impact of two objects. Move with sweeping, effortless, gliding motions. Sweep with a broom or as if with a broom. To cover or extend over an area or time period. American football. An attempt to advance the ball by running around the end of the line. Someone who cleans soot from chimneys. Force into some kind of situation, condition, or course of action. A long oar used in an open boat. Make a big sweeping gesture or movement. Winning all or all but one of the tricks in bridge. Sweep across or over. A wide scope. The sweep of the plains. A movement in an arc. A sweep of his arm. Clean by sweeping. Please sweep the floor. Cover the entire range of. Win an overwhelming victory in or on. An assured victory, especially in an election. An operative who initiates his own defection, usually to a hostile country, for political asylum. A small room large enough to admit entrance. AVG closets are refrigerators, extending very far enough back to allow a person to enter. A deep walk-in refrigerator. Person who walks in without having an appointment. The emergency room was overrun with walk-ins. An easy victory. Dance a waltz. An assured victory, especially in an election. A ballroom dance in triple time with a strong accent on the first beat. Music composed in triple time for waltzing. A gay festivity. An easy victory. A sudden malfunction of a part or apparatus. The right front tire had a blowout. Attain success or reach a desired goal. Something won, especially money. Win something through one's efforts. Win someone's confidence and friendship. Obtain advantages, such as points, etc. Win points. Acquire or deserve by one's efforts or actions. A victory, as in a race or other competition. He was happy to get the win. Be the winner in a contest or competition. Be victorious. A chess move constituting an inescapable and indefensible attack on the opponent's king. Place an opponent's king under an attack from which it cannot escape and thus ending the game. Kasparov checkmated his opponent after only a few moves. Complete victory. Move downward and lower, but not necessarily all the way. The barometer is falling. The act of surrendering, usually under agreed conditions. Come into the possession of. When a wrestler's shoulders are forced to the mat. Fall from clouds. Rain, snow and sleet were falling. Lose an upright position suddenly. A sudden decline in strength or number or importance. The fall of the House of Hapsburg. Fall or flow in a certain way. Fall to somebody by assignment or lot. A sudden sharp decrease in some quantity. When that became known, the price of their stock went into free fall. A free and rapid descent by the force of gravity. Touch or seem as if touching visually or audibly. Decrease in size, extent, or range. Come as if by falling. A downward slope or bend. The season when the leaves fall from the trees. In the fall of 1973. The time of day immediately following sunset. They finished before the fall of night. A sudden drop from an upright position. Come under, be classified or included. Fall into a category. Be inherited by. A lapse into sin, a loss of innocence or of chastity. A fall from virtue. A movement downward. The rise and fall of the tides. Assume a disappointed or sad expression. Be born, used chiefly of lambs. Be captured. Be cast down. Be due. Payments fall on the first of the month. Begin vigorously. Come out. Issue. Descend in free fall under the influence of gravity. Die, as in battle or in a hunt. Several deer have fallen to the same gun. Drop oneself to a lower or less erect position. Go as if by falling. Lose office or power. Lose one's chastity. A fallen woman. Move in a specified direction. The line of men fall forward. Occur at a specified time or place. Christmas falls on a Monday this year. Pass suddenly and passively into a state of body or mind. Fall into a trap. Slope downward. The hills around here fall towards the ocean. Suffer defeat, failure, or ruin. We must stand or fall. The lapse of mankind into sinfulness because of the sin of Adam and Eve. To be given by assignment or distribution. To be given by right or inheritance. Yield to temptation or sin. Freedom from control or influence of another or others. A city in western Missouri, the beginning of the Santa Fe Trail. The successful ending of the American Revolution. They maintained close relations with England even after independence.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.